Hello everybody out there, I'm Chris and welcome back to another comic book review, and in this review I'll be reviewing Superboy, Convergence Superboy, issue number 1 of 2. And it opens up, the dome has fallen over pre-Zero Hour Metropolis. Superboy is officially powerless, and apparently Superman is dead at this time period because everybody's talking about Superman being gone and the world accepting Superboy. And the one lab I like relating to Superboy, now every time we read the New 52 Superboy, whenever we hear Star Labs, things get boring. This, on the other hand, is Superboy in Cadmus Labs, and this is a really interesting story. So Superboy is cut off from his superpowers, and they're trying in every which way to try to get him, get him his powers back. But apparently the dome is the reason why his powers are being cut off. We all knew that already, but they didn't, so they figure it out. So Superboy is having a hard time coping. People were just starting to accept him, and a lot of the internal dialogue or the green word boxes that you see throughout the book are duplex. Duplex, for those of you that are not fans of the old DCU, that's this guy right here. And he is concerned for Superboy because Superboy is not coping well with, being normal, and the world just started accepting him as a superhero, and then he gets cut off from his powers and now he can't do anything. So he's having a hard time coping. And then, I'm not going to spoil a lot of it, but there is a scene with the Superman statue, but then the dome falls, and guess what? Superpowers are back. And we actually find out right away that there is somebody going after Superboy. And if you read the solicits, you know it's Kingdom Come Superman. But how? We find out that Kingdom Come is the city over or next to Metropolis pre-Zero Hour, and Superboy gets tricked over there, and there's a small fight that breaks out with several of the Kingdom Come heroes, and it turns out that they don't want to fight. But, of course, at the end, Kingdom Come Superman shows up, and Superboy's, especially in this age, when Superboy first came out or when he was first created, Superboy was struggling with living up to the S. When Superboy first started his career as Superboy, he had a huge shadow of Superman over him, so he was always worried about doing the right thing, making the right decision, but he was always hot-headed, and he was young at that time. So when Kingdom Come Superman says, "Are you Superman or are you a child pretending the mantle?" he's like, let's find out. And I have a feeling this is going to obviously lead into a fight between Kingdom Come Superman and Superboy. But this was an excellent book. I've missed Kon so much, the real Superboy, that seeing him back in the days with the leather jacket, and I love this costume for Superboy. This was one of my favorite. His first was his best in my opinion. But the black shirt I could kind of relate to also. So his first and last costumes were two of my favorite that he's had. And it was a really good setup issue for this Superboy. I loved it. This was a 5-star book for me, one of my top books from the week. I really liked it. If you're a fan of Superboy, if you're a fan of Superman, you'll love this book. If you're not a fan of Superman, a fan of Superboy, you might still feel the same way. And if you are not a fan of either character, you might find this as an average read, maybe about 3 stars, but still, this was a really excellent book. The artwork was great. The writing was really great for this book also. I think everybody is kind of expecting, from me at least, maybe and Jay as well, to really enjoy the Super books a lot, to give them a higher score because we are Superman fans. But if you look at this book specifically, outside of being a Superman fan, this was still a really good book. It had Kingdom Come in it also, so if you're a fan of Kingdom Come, that is in this as well. It was a really good setup for something really big in issue 2 possibly. I liked it. It's up to you guys. Again, I left out a bunch of stuff for you guys to read, a lot of Duplex's internal dialogue. So, up to you guys to read. 5-star book. And with that, that's it for this review, guys. Feel free to check out Comic Related, Comic Frontline, Zone 4 Podcast, and Frontline Gaming Zone. Together, we are your #1 source for comic-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. Hope you guys are enjoying week 2's worth of Convergence. Really great books that came out this week. I'm enjoying all the Superman stuff, of course. And until next time, everybody, take care, keep reading, keep collecting, and I'll see you guys in the next review.